Greatest Saints, Mystics, and Sacred Texts of the Ages series, today focused upon Sant Dadu Dayal of Rajasthan. My name is James Bean. Welcome to Spiritual Awakening Radio. Dadu Dayal is one of my all-time favorite classic Sants of India. He was a poet, mystic, and spiritual master of love, light, sound, and Nirguna Bhakti, which means devotion to the Formless God, the ocean of love. He was from Rajasthan in the northwestern part of India. Anyone who studies his teachings will encounter a very genuine, pure version of Sant Mat, the path of the masters, with a perfect balance of God and Guru Bhakti, love and devotion, mysticism, Surat Shabd Yoga, or inner light and sound meditation. In the tradition of Guru Kabir, Sant Dadu Dayal was a great Bhakti poet saint of India. Dadu means brother, and Dayal is a word that means the compassionate one. Dadu lived from 1544 to 1603. A quote from the 16th century Indian spiritual master Dadu, who outlined the Sant Mat vision of the spiritual life to be pursued during our time here on planet Earth. Recognize the path to your beloved, O travelers. Take the route of the anguished lover in separation. Keep the Master's grace in your thoughts and reflect upon his pure teachings. Develop love and devotion with endearment, and keep the thought of the Creator always before you. Try to merge yourself into God like water and water. Fix your mind within by following the path of the sound current. A yearning will arise. Make, then, an intense and anguished call. Repeat the name of your beloved day and night, again and again. With care in thought, word, and deed, you will cross to the other shore. Do the repetition of God's name and forget him not. Fulfill the purpose of thy birth by practicing concentration. Be steadfast in the remembrance of God. Practice meditation with love and sing the glory of God. The human body is the door to salvation. Do the repetitions of God's name, the Creator of the universe. God belongs to the caste of love. Love is dear to him. Love is his body, and love alone is his color. The lover is converted into the beloved. That indeed is called true love. Of that beloved, God himself becomes the lover, O Dadu. God has become the anguished lover, and the anguished lover has become God. Such a deed has the torturous pang of separation performed, O Dadu. When the true Lord stands over your head for protection, no hot wind can affect you. You live under the shade of his lotus feet. A great grace has been bestowed upon you, O Dadu. One sits fearlessly by repeating God's name, Satya Ram. Kal can never consume him. When you ride the elephant, O Dadu, then dogs bark in vain. When love and devotion arise, one firmly is established in blissful meditation. God is within all beings. He accompanies all and is close by. Musk is in the musk, dear, and yet it goes around in search of musk. The self knows not God, although God is within the self. Being deaf to the holy sound of the Master, sadly does he wander. He for whom thou searchest in the world dwells within thyself. Search for the Lord within thyself, the imperceptible one hath the Master revealed. Finding the inner light and sound within during meditation. Says Dadu, there are two hearts within the self, one of earth and the other is light. Within the earthly heart nothing is seen, but within the luminous one the Lord is revealed. The knowledge of the sound current imparted by the Guru merges one easily into truth. Says Dadu, it carries me to the abode of my beloved. Simran, the Satyaram mantra. The sacred word Satyaram literally means the true, eternal, formless, all-pervading God. Satyaram is also like Radhasoami in the public domain, a sacred name in the public domain. In other words, it's not a secret meditation mantra disclosed only to a few. In proximity to the Sangat, the spiritual community of the Dadu Panth, and for those studying the writings associated with Sant Dadu Dayal, the Panch Vani or Dadu Vani Granth, everyone is encouraged to repeat this name, a sacred name used to remember God, a simran or zikr practice, a kind of prayer without ceasing, to borrow a phrase from Western mysticism. In satsangs affiliated with the Dadu Panth, Satyaram is also used like the Hawaiian word aloha, as a goodbye, hello, greetings, salutations, or exclamation of praise, like Radhasoamis use the sacred name Radhasoami. Dadu said that in the universe all were bound by a unique thread in which there were millions of mantras and techniques for the fulfillment of every wish and desire. So Dadu Maharaj gave the Maha Mantra, the great mantra Satyaram, to all humanity because it was simple and understandable. Before disappearing into the cave forever, Sri Maharaj Dadu raised his right hand in blessing and said, "Saints and disciples, Satyaram." Since then, the Satyaram Maha Mantra, the great mantra, has been used by devotees of Dadu Dayal as a symbol of blessing as well as to greet each other. Says Dadu, repeat the name with the pang of separation and sing its glory with love and devotion, Prem Bhakti. Fix thy mind in repetition with joy and dedication. Sweet indeed is the name of God, O man. Nothing is good without his name. Repeat only God's name. Satyaram, 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 Satyaram. Dadu's name for the Supreme Being. Satyaram. Dadu described his spiritual path. He said, "The name of God is my sect. My way of living is control of the senses. For my deeds, watch my disciples. Their goal is to be immersed in Ram or God," says Dadu Dayal, the compassionate mystic. Verses used on today's Spiritual Awakening Radio podcast are found in the book Encyclopedia of Saints of India, Volume 25, Sant Dadu Dayal, published in New Delhi. Thanks for joining me today on Spiritual Awakening Radio. To contact me, my email address is james@spiritualawakeningradio.com. See you next time for another edition of Spiritual Awakening Radio.